The story begins by showing Russian soldiers where they are taking some prisoners in a group to a prison. Then we see prisoner number 0864, Sergei i.e. Kraven, on reaching the prison. Kraven. While he is doing his exercise with the luggage, some people come and start disturbing him. Kraven does not sit quiet and gives them a good thrashing. That is why the Russians take him to their boss Simon for this mistake. Actually, Simon is that person. Who does all the bad deeds? Simon asks Kraven that who are you and why have you come here, in reply to which Serge tells that my name is Kraven and I hunt and kill bastards like you. On hearing this, Simon got very angry. People surround Kraven, but Kraven is no less. He kills everyone one by one, and soon he kills Seaman as well. After killing Seaman, Kraven escapes from the jail in a short while with the help of his supernatural powers. Kraven is a very powerful man. He is a human being and has exceptional superhuman powers. Russian soldiers chase him a lot, but Kraven escapes from the prison very easily. While escaping from the prison, he reaches inside a snowstorm. In the middle of the snowstorm, he meets a wolf, who is just about to attack him, but as soon as Kraven looks into the eyes of that wolf, the wolf calms down. Soon Kraven boards a plane and leaves from there. Meanwhile, in the plane, Kraven kills someone. He talks to him and tells him that I have completed my work. The scene starts from here, shifts, and we return to New York City 16 years ago today. Here we see Dimitar and his elder brother Sarg, who soon come to know that their father Nicholas is coming to take them. As soon as Nicholas arrives, they come to know that their mother is no more in this world. This makes both brothers very sad, but it does not matter to Nikolai, although Dmitri and Sarki ask their father if they are going to cremate their mother, to which their dad replies that her funeral would be held. Nikolai takes his two sons to the jungles of Africa and explains to them that here we are hunters and the other person is our prey, so you have to be ready every moment. Actually, Nikolai deals in drugs and also kills animals and sells their skins. Dmitri and Serge do not like this work of their father at all, but Nikolai wants to make both his sons ruthless and fearful like him. That is why he is afraid of both of them. Soon, Dmitri and Sarke get separated from their father while hunting. In a short while, the lion they are hunting falls upon them. The lion comes in front of both of them, but for some unknown reason the lion doesn't shoot at him, and as soon as he looks into his eyes, the lion calms down right there, but then he comes out and shoots the lion. Angered by this, the lion attacks Kraven. Nicholas starts firing at the lion, but the lion does not stop and drags Kraven into the jungle. Then we see a family who had come here for a jungle safari. Along with this family, we see a girl named Calypso, who suddenly starts walking towards the jungle. Actually, she has seen the lion who was taking Kraven with him. The lion, seeing Calypso in front of him, starts cutting Kraven's body. He leaves him there and goes away. Seeing Kraven's deteriorating condition, Calypso takes out a glass bottle and makes him drink a special kind of liquid. As soon as Kraven drinks the liquid, some special powers come inside him and he starts feeling everything around him. Every sound started happening. Every sound was clearly audible. Quickly, the rescue team arrived here, which was Kraven. When she starts to leave from there with the doctor, Kalp comes to her and puts a visiting card in Kraven's hand. Seeing Kraven's condition in the hospital, all the doctors give up because his condition is very bad. Kraven's breath is lasting for 3 minutes. His eyes completely shut down and the doctors assume him to be dead, but then suddenly Kraven's eyes open and he becomes alive again. Kraven gets up and looks at the card given to him by Calypso in his hand. Then his father and his brothers come to meet him in the hospital. Kraven should have rested in his condition, but his father discharges him and takes him home with him, where he learns that Nikola had killed the lion that attacked him. Kraven does not like this at all, so he argues with his father. Kraven goes to his room in anger and starts collecting his things. Then he finds the same glass bottle in his clothes. Calypso had given him the medicine that had cured him. However, during the night, Kraven would hide his. While he is running away from home, Dmitri sees him. Dmitri loves his brother very much. That is why he says to Kraven that, "Brother, you cannot leave me alone like this," to which Kraven tells him that I am not going very far. I'm just going to the place where my mother used to spend time with her. Soon Kraven reaches a desolate place in Russia, where he hears some strange noises, and on looking closely, he finds out that there is a large herd of animals. A bull comes running towards him, and Kraven gets very scared, but to save him a bull stands in front of him, and the other bulls go past him. From here, Kraven reaches the place in the jungle where he can meet his mother. He used to spend time with animals. Soon Kraven settled here. Slowly, by living with animals, Kraven came to know about his powers. At night, he saw a deer. While chasing it, Kraven took such a long jump that he could not do anything, which was impossible for any common man. After a few days, he sees from a distance that some people are killing animals. When Kraven reaches there before this, the hunters had already killed the buffaloes and beheaded them. Kraven gets very angry at this, so he attacks the hunters and kills them on the spot, and soon Kraven becomes the protector of the animals here. From here, the scene is present time. Kraven comes back to the jungle after finishing his work. From here, the scene shifts, and we see that a group of Russian mafia is killing buffaloes and taking their heads with them. That is why Kraven is there to teach them a lesson. He comes in front of them and asks them to stop all this, but then a man named Antari comes forward and asks him to move aside. But even then, Kraven does not budge, and the mafia people try to escape from there by driving their car. Then Kraven attacks him. Kraven beats him up, but in the meantime, Andre escapes from there. Andre goes straight to his boss in London where Kraven is already waiting for him. Kraven tells him that I have already finished off your boss. Seeing this, Andre gets very scared. Kraven finds a diary in his hand in which the names of many oppressed people are written. Andre's name is also written in the same diary. Seeing this, Kraven shoots an arrow at Andre and kills him right there and takes the diary with him and leaves from there. From here, the scene shifts once again, and we see Calypso, who has grown up now. Calypso is a lawyer, and she has come to attend the funeral of one of her friends. In fact, it was Semen who had raped her friend. After the funeral, Kraven comes and meets her and shows her the same card which Calypso had left with him. Kraven tells her that I have avenged your friend by killing Semen. Now, after hearing all this, at that time Calypso agrees to this, but she is not completely convinced, so she goes home to find out about this, where she finds out that there is a man named Hunter who kills all the bad guys one by one, and that Hunter is none other than Kraven, and Calypso quickly believes that Kraven is the right man, and he is the hunter of all these people. The next morning, Calypso meets Kraven again, where Kraven gives her a letter which contains a list of bad people. Kraven tells Calypso that you are a hunter by profession. You are a lawyer, and you must know many criminals who cannot be harmed by the law. That is why I want you to just tell me the names of those people, and I will wipe them out from this world. After this, the scene shifts to a man named Rhino. We see a man named Rhino who is a very powerful man. He has a special serum with which he becomes completely like a rhino. Soon one of his men comes and tells him that Simon has died. Hearing this, Rhino says that we will have to join hands with his people, or else our work will stop. That is why the next morning, Rhino meets Semyon's people and puts forward his proposal to them, but some people get angry with this and shoot him. However, Rhino doesn't care about all this. Then Rhino's shooter kills all of Semyon's men except one named Morris. One man survives and joins forces with Rhino. Later, Nickley calls Morris to meet him at a hotel to discuss some business. Morris thinks Nickley has no idea about his betrayal, but Nickley is already aware of the matter. He knew everything, so soon firing starts in the entire hotel in which Morris and all the people with him are killed. When Rhino comes to know about this, he becomes very angry. Then Rhino's man comes and gives him a pen drive. He gives a video of Sarg in prison, which helps Rain to know who Hunter is. After this, we see Kraven, who has climbed a big building to meet his brother Dimitri. Actually, today is Dimitri's birthday. That's why Kraven had come here to meet him. Dimitri is very happy to meet his brother and takes him to his hotel where both of them are sitting together and drinking. And then their father Nicholas comes there, and Nicholas says to Kraven that we are all a family, and we should live together in one house, but Kraven turned out to ignore all this. That is why Sarg brings him to his bedroom and makes him lie down and starts leaving from there. But then Dimitri stops him and asks him to stay here. Sarg tries to convince his brother. He is unable to do so, so he goes outside to sleep on the couch. But how can a person sleeping in the jungle sleep on the couch? So Sarang gets up and goes outside to sleep. In the morning, when he wakes up and looks in Dimitri's room, Dimitri is there. But that doesn't happen. Kraven soon finds out that some people are kidnapping Dimitri and taking him away. So Sarg starts chasing them. Sarg tries a lot, but he is unable to stop them because of a car collision. After this, they are taking Dmitri far away with the help of a helicopter. But then Sarki arrives there and tries hard to stop them, but he is unable to save his brother. Soon, Sarge goes to Sarge and meets Calypso, and he tells him that my brother has been kidnapped, so you should give me the details of the kidnappers as soon as possible. Give it to him. After this, Sargon goes to meet his father and asks him what the kidnappers want, to which Nickel tells him that the kidnappers are demanding $20 million, to which Sargon asks him to give the money, but Nickel refuses. Refusing him, he says that if I give him the money, he will think I am weak, and I will not let that happen. There we see Calypso meeting a man and getting the details of the kidnappers. As soon as Calypso leaves, that man meets Rhino's man. This means that all this is Rhino's plan. He deliberately wants to trap Kraven in his web. Soon, according to Rhino's plan, Kraven also reaches the place where Dmitri has been kidnapped. Kraven plans to kill everyone one by one. It seems that he is about to kill the kidnapper, but then he realizes that this was all a plan to trap him. Then there is a bomb blast, and as soon as the kidnapper and Kraven fall down, a lot of debris falls on them. Comes and falls. Ryan thinks that Kraven must have been killed under the rocks, so Ryan tells Dmitri the truth about Serge. After watching the video, Dmitri realizes that his brother is the killer. On the other hand, 2 of Ryan's men are buried under the rubble. They go and check, but then Kraven gets up and attacks both of them and kills them right there. After leaving from there, Kraven calls Calypso and tells her that this was all a trick of Rhino and his people will reach you soon. Calypso, without wasting much time, leaves her office and reaches Kraven with the help of a plane. Kraven and Calypso are going towards the jungle when a leopard attacks Kraven. Kraven fights with it and makes it understand. Hearing this, the cheetah goes back into the bush and does nothing to Kraven. Then we see that a man named Entomo comes to Rhino. Entomo tells him that I know that Kraven, where does he live? If we go there, Kraven can be buried in his place. On the other hand, Kraven asks Calypso about the liquid and asks her where she got the liquid from. I need more of it. Calypso replies, that liquid is from my grandmother. It was created by and after his death. I no longer have that courage, so we Rhino and entomophage people spread out in the forest, and all of us try to find the place where Kraven lives, but Kraven is already there. He is sitting with his preparations. That is why he starts killing Rhino's people one by one very brutally. Hearing the sounds coming from the forest, Rhino understands that Kraven is here. Then we see Entomo, who with his magic disappearing, he secretly injects poison into Kraven's body. Even after this, Kraven does not stop, and a fierce fight ensues between the two. But with the help of Atomos, he escapes again and again, until finally, when entomophage once again, she would take out her grandmother's shame and feed it to Kraven. That means Calypso had lied to him last time. Kraven quickly regains consciousness. On the other hand, as soon as Rain gets the news that Entomo Nene has killed Kraven, he takes his belongings and starts to leave from there. But then Reno sees, he realizes that a large herd of buffaloes is running towards him. With the help of his labor, Rhino transforms himself into a rhino-like body. That is why as soon as the buffaloes come and collide with his vehicle, nothing happens to him. Rhino understands that all this happened to Kraven, so he got out of his car and started fighting with Kraven. Kraven also attacked him many times, but due to Rhino having a strong skin, Kraven's attacks have no effect on him. There is a long fight between the two. During this time, Kraven attacks Rhino at the spot from where he injects SARM in his body, due to which he gets injured, and taking advantage of this, Kraven wraps him with ropes, which he uses to tie him up, throws him into the middle of a herd of running buffaloes. This puts Ryan in a bad state, and he is almost about to take his last breath. However, Dmitri is about to shoot him with a gun, but Kraven stops him. Kraven asks Rhino where did he get the video on which Rhino says that you have not understood till now, he was in front of you all the time. From here the scene shifts where we see Kraven's father Nicholas in the forests of Russia. Here Kraven comes to meet him. In fact, Kraven had already found out. It is believed that the video was given to Rhino by his father. Kraven had understood that his father had done this. Because of Rhino, Nickley was not able to run his business properly. He had become a thorn in his path. Nickley also knew this. Nicola thought that he cannot defeat Rhino, so Nicola sent that video to Rhino because he knew that Kraven is the only one who can kill him. But Kraven also knows now that his father will never reform, so he takes the help of telepathy. He sends an animal to attack Nicola, due to which Nicola dies right there. He dies and the movie ends here.